share 2 top tips about how each of you can become a socially savvy scientist. So we're going to begin with Amanda Kelly, who are going to talk about these 2 tips. Okay. The most important thing that you can do is use the science that we already have to our advantage. So when I'm talking about online interactions, think about response effort. Think about shaping behavior. Think about reinforcers. This year in Hawaii, we were advocating for autism insurance, licensure, coverage of adult services for the ABAI Act. We have Medicaid. We have a lot going on in our state. And what we did was we needed to decrease the response effort to get letters of testimony in to the legislators. So when we're talking about online dissemination, it really helped us unite a local community in a way where we didn't have access to each other sort of prior to this online interaction. In Hawaii, we're also very remote and separate. There's 8 islands, so to connect with other people would cost several $100s or a plane trip or really effortful collaboration. What we did was on our website, again, with a free website, is we went in and we put, here's the testimony, I agreed to this, I agreed to removing the age cap, I agreed to removing the dollar cap, and we put a disclaimer. I give permission for the top header to be changed throughout the entire legislative session and to be resubmitted. Prior to this year, there were 5 pieces of testimony submitted at over 20 hearings on behavior, on the licensure and on the insurance. 5 pieces of testimony, 5 pieces of paper. This year we got in 3 inches, over 2,000 pieces of testimony, which otherwise we would have never been able to have. And I want to say that we were successful in our efforts this year. We did get the Autism Insurance Initiative passed. We are now the 42nd state, the last Democratic state to pass. The rest are red states, which is interesting in and of itself. But decreasing that response effort, right? It increased the response effort of everybody on the Hawaii Association board because we had to retype and change all of those headers and submit them. Another thing I would say is, the data, again, using the data. When I look online, people love to see pictures of babies or puppies. And if you put a puppy in a baby's lap and then throw anything about behavior analysis on it, I can guarantee my biggest post was a baby and it says, I have my father under stimulus control, it's wrapped around my finger or something like that, right? It had something like 900 likes and 45 shares, and attached to it was an article. So my dissertation research was on pairing, and I think it's really important to look at that. That baby, that dog, that was fun, that was cute, that's adorable, and then it's paired with the research, click here. And I have looked at how many times somebody will click on a link when it has no image attached, and that number is significantly less. So I use that to shape and alter my own behavior, functional analysis of online interaction. My second tip is, as I just mentioned, pairing it with research. Back up what you said. I think we can make the mistake and fall into a society where we're using testimonials ourselves, and not necessarily solicited from our clients, but we're saying, hey, this is really effective, or I use this token program, and look at what this child can do. And that is helpful. The personal piece can be really powerful, especially with parents or people outside of our profession. But we want to make sure that we're being technical and scientifically accurate. So I would just say use the science, and then I would say stick with it and make sure that you're disseminating it